Thank you for the hard in the corner. Thank you very much, Chaz. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
I still feel I should get a discount for that. I swear in that contract it was per round, wasn't it?
Oh, God.
Right. Well done, mate. Great performance.
Thank you very much, Chaz.
Into next game, mate. Well done. Well
No,
done.
I appreciate it. Thanks
I know you live the life, but just stay in the gym. Stay in the gym.
Right. You will.
Get ready for the next call.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
We'll do Cardinal next, and then we'll do the winner of Dodd against Dodd.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah. No bottom spot. Sounds good to us.
That'll be in Newcastle, June 16th.
Right. Can we not get this GDS to sponsor him?
What? Of course, he's already come in today. No, we'll do it on camera. JD Sports, if you're watching, you like the best talent in the world. Well, they don't get any bigger than Lewis Ritson. 14-0 from Newcastle, British lightweight champion, first defence, stoppage victory over Joe Murray in round 1. What are you waiting for, JD? Let's back the future of the North East. Let's go. All right? Right. I'll see you back at the hotel, yeah?
Yeah,
Well done, well done, well done.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
it's like mine. Yeah, there's one in that body. There's one that's smarter than me.
KUGAN, CASSIUS, iFill TV, MTK Global. We're at the Victoria Warehouse.
Nice.
All right?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah.
Right, Joe. Right, mate, I'm lucky, mate. Right, mate.
Yeah, well, nowhere else to start, but a blistering performance from Lewis Ritson to retain his British title.
A lot of people have been talking about this kid for a long time, but you hear that from so many trainers and managers, and I must have had. And one guy in the crowd tonight came up to me about 3 years ago and said, "I'm telling you, you're Geordie. I'm telling you about this kid from around here called Lewis Ritson." I was like, "Yeah, all right, mate." I mean, do you know how many people say this to me every day? Must get a dozen emails a day, Instagram. Please, I've got this kid, he's 2-0, he's turning pro, but you can't sign everybody. Thank fuck we signed Lewis Ritson. Because he can fight, mate, he can fight. He's had 14 fights. And the performance against Robbie Barrett got everybody's attention. But it was like, okay, we know Robbie Barrett beat Scotty Cardle, how good is he? Well, the answer is he's a good fighter, but Lewis destroyed him. And Lewis destroyed Joe Murray tonight. I mean, that was brutal. He can punch, he takes his time. And you know the great thing about him as well? He is as quiet as a mouse. You know, I went in that change room earlier, I actually told, I think, Matt Macklin at ringside said, "Mate, I think Ritson looks really nervous." And Matt said, "I fancy Murray in this fight, big time." And all of a sudden, 1 minute 54 seconds, mate, he's an animal. He's got heavy hands, great shot selection, mixing it up. And he's a Geordie. What a fucking touch.
You said that you felt, obviously, Joe Murray fought the wrong kind of fight for someone like Lewis Ritson.
You can't stand and fight Lewis Ritson. You can't do it. I don't believe there's many lightweights in the world, let alone on domestic scene, that can stand and fight with Lewis Ritson. Joe was so pumped up. You saw him on his ring walk. I mean, it was a massive opportunity for him. And he got hit by a body shot that would have folded most ironing boards.
Did very well to get up from that. Yeah,
and after that, it was all uphill. He tried to get up, he tried to carry on, but you know, you can't. Once he hurts you, you're a bit banging trouble. And it was a hell of a statement.
Obviously, Scott Cardle was there ringside tonight, and he wants his shot at Lewis Ritson. Is that a fight that can be made next?
Well, listen, this show was made for Ritson against Cardle, but because Joe Gallagher was in Germany, the setup weren't great, and they didn't take the fight, and it was a mistake not taking the fight, because you've got to take your opportunities in this game, and sometimes you don't get asked twice. So I told Joe and Scott and his dad Joe, "Mate, if you get this call for another fight, you better be ready, because my job is to provide you with opportunities. If you don't take them, you know, boxing's like an airport. You've got all these big jumbo jets circling around, right? And every now and again you get the phone call. Bing bong, Scotty Cardle, ready for landing. Lewis Ritson, February the 25th. Please start your descent into the airport, please." And if you don't choose to descend, you have to keep circling till you get another call. So make sure you're ready. So there's a lesson to all pros out there. And luckily for Scotty Cardle, that was a quick win for Lewis Ritson. So he wants the winner of Coyle against Dodd, but they're fighting April 21st. So if I can make that happen, either on the BELLEW card, or on the even on the Dillian White card on March 24th, then that could be an opportunity to make that fight. But I'm telling you, Lewis Ritson is going to light up your screens. And Scotty Cardle's our boy. But I've got to tell you, this is a tough fight. And you better be ready for brutality when you fight Scotty Cardle, because I get Lewis Ritson, because he's heavy-handed, mate, and he won't let you off the hook.
Is there a possibility, if there was the tournament with the World Boxing Series at lightweight, you would consider someone like Lewis Ritson for that?
I mean, I would never deprive a fighter of an opportunity to go and earn a lot of money, but sometimes, I mean, it's about timing. And when you've got someone who's 14-0 and everybody's talking about him and wants to win a British title, there's no rush. He's a young man. Who knows, you know, how far he can go on, you know. But ultimately, he's showing so much talent and so much ability. The answer to your question is no. I don't think he should go in the World Boxing Super Series. But I think he's going to be a massive danger to all those guys in time. But I want to build him. You know, he's boxed down in Manchester twice. I want to see him go and box in Newcastle. And the plan for that is in June. It's June the 16th.
Him and Kelly?
Yeah. He says, you know, Kelly's the golden boy, I might have to be chief support. But, you know, the thing with Lewis Ritson is he hasn't had the benefit of, you know, the Olympics and stuff like that. Maybe he didn't show enough in the amateurs. It's not that he was unlucky, but where he's come from is the blind side. And, you know, every now and again you find a rough diamond. When I was got it, every now and again you find a rough diamond, and you found one in Lewis Ritson out of nowhere that just comes in, and you know, sometimes the ones that haven't had that schooling and that progression have that edge to them, you know? They have that little chip on their shoulder to say, I didn't get what I wanted as an amateur. I didn't have the GB set up, I didn't have, you know, the podium squad, the funding, the dietitian, so I'm here to fuck you all. And that's the edge that he has. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, every now and again, every now and again, you find someone who's such a joy to, like, he was supposed to fight Scotty Cardle tonight, right? So that didn't work out. So I said, mate, we're in Manchester, we booked the arena, Joe Murray. Phone up the team. Joe, what it's like, KUGAN? And people talk about frustration and making fights. This is like a normal conversation, might be. Hi, Joe Murray. Oh, he's from Manchester though, isn't he? You know. Like, we're in Manchester, do we have to box a bloke from Manchester? Or, oh, he's very experienced, Joe Murray, you know, maybe we'll have one more first. That's the kind of conversation you might normally have. This is how the conversation went. Scotty Cardle won't take the fight. We've got Joe Murray, he'll take it, no problem. I could have given him 6 or 7 names. There wouldn't have been one no. So with people like this, I've got more responsibility to guide them in the right fashion. The key for Lewis Ritson right now is to win the Lonsdale belt outright. That is what every young fighter should hope to do before they progress outside of British level. It's one of the best belts in boxing. It might be the best belt in boxing. So he's got 2 more defences to do. And I see them being Scotty Cardle. That's a tough fight for Lewis Ritson as well. And I see the winner of Coyle against Dodd. And that one could well be in Newcastle in June. But exciting. And you know, sometimes you get fighters that, it's not about like yes men, but I'll say to Lewis Ritson, Lewis, I want you back in the gym tomorrow. One day off actually, have Monday off. Back in the gym on Tuesday, no problem, I'll be there. And I know he'll be there. He won't be down the pub with his mates, he won't be in the curry house, he'll be in the gym, and he'll be dreaming about the next one.
Impressive performance from Jordan Gill tonight.
Great fight. I mean, listen,
it's a tough
Jason
last round.
I mean,
yeah.
Listen, I wish that fight was 12 rounds.
Is he alright, by the way?
Jordan Gill?
Yes.
Yeah. They think he might have fractured his cheekbone.
He's gone to hospital.
It's quite funny because we were laughing. I don't think he has. I mean, what the fuck do I know? But normally you get double vision or your eye might droop, and he feels that it's fine. His hand is in a terrible state. I think he might have broken his hand in the 3rd round, he said. So, but it was a brilliant performance. 5 or 6 rounds, just looked sensational, and then Cunningham just kept coming. Major respect to Cunningham, you know, and Steffi and the team. You know, they've had a tough weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, it was hard for all of them tonight, especially Steffi. But Jason Cunningham, unbelievable. Credit and respect him. I was thinking, I wish this was 12 rounds. Imagine another 2 rounds would have got interesting.
Highlights from the other fighters, obviously, Kez Ashfaq.
Kez Ashfaq made his debut.
Yeah.
It's going to take him some time to get used to the pro game. Very game fighter and Brett Fido, very awkward, very tricky, very experienced. We've been stopped once in 60 fights, something like that. It's a good start for him. Jose Burton was in a tough fight. I mean, that guy was tough. I want to try and line him up for Boazzi. I think he'd be a great test for him. Jose's ready to go now. You know, he needs to dive into a big title fight. Marcus Morrison with a good win. Sam Hyde, Salama Hassan. I keep getting the name wrong, but I mean I'm working on it. Look really sharp. Remind me of a pure young Amir Khan. And he's going to box on the Amir Khan card actually on April 21st. Natasha Jonas looked good. It was a good fight.
Are you interested in Taylor and Jonas?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
for the end of the year, like Joe said.
Yeah, I think it's a natural fight. I mean, they fought in the Olympics, and you know, one's Irish, one's English, one's from Dublin, one's from Liverpool. I mean, it's not going to get much bigger than that for those guys. I'd like to see Natasha win a world title first, you know, outright, and then let them fight each other. But she'll box on April 21st as well. Good knockout win from Scotty there, and you know, I think that he's ready to go. I think he's ready to go now in the 154 pounds. Big puncher like him, Fowler, Cheeseman. They're going to be in great fights. Even Eggington, throw him in that mix. He's the same kind of age, probably younger than most of them. It's going to be an exciting division. And it was a good night. It's a good night. Sunday night boxing, different kind of feel. Because obviously, people got to work tomorrow. There's not as much rowdiness. But it was good. Good response online. Be interested to see the viewing figure numbers, see if it works.
He was obviously in Germany yesterday, Callum Smith booking his place in the final. You think that will be doubtful to happen on the 2nd of June?
Yeah, I can't see it in a million years. I mean, George won't be ready and Callum's hands are sore. So
but we shouldn't see Callum against someone else, surely, for that final.
No, it has to be George against Callum. And who cares if it's in June or July? Look, the tournament's great, but the truth is, it's about the fights. It's not about, you know, obviously it's important that it's the final, but it's the fight. It's for the world title. It's for the Ali trophy. But we can wait. It doesn't matter. Even if you had to wait till September, it doesn't matter. You know, sometimes you're too close to it and you feel like, no, we must, you know, follow the rules. But at the end of the day, the fight fans just want to see that fight. So let's give them what they want, and you know, let both guys be fit. That's more important. You don't want to force a fighter to take the fight who's not ready, and you don't get what it could be.
Your heavyweight was in the house tonight. Tony Bellew rocking it in a tracksuit.
Yeah.
It's always good to see.
No, it's great coming down to support his gym mates. He just loves the fight game. You know.
Obviously, he made some comments about. I think he was asked about the Tyson Fury fight, and he said, I think he mentioned Old Trafford as a venue where
it'd be great. I was there today. We're talking to Old Trafford about doing a fight, and I think that. See you, mate. See you later. See you, mate. See you April. Right. Proper one next, Scotty.
Yeah.
I know. We're ready. Yeah.
Is that something, depending on obviously what happens May the 5th, could that happen?
What, Fury, Bellew? Yeah. Listen, I was talking about that fight months ago. They met. You know, when Hay was injured, those two met and pretty much shook hands on a deal. But I think, listen, Tyson, I think that he's realised that he needs a couple of fights to come back into the fold, and I think that's a sensible thing to do. But you know, Bellew will fight Hay on May the 5th. When he beats him, we do the Fury fight, no problem. Like I said, I was at Old Trafford today. We've been speaking to them about doing a fight, maybe in September. And you know, we'll see what Tyson does. You know.
Okay. Any other news? Anything else? See Kell Brook next week.
Kell Brook next week. I can't wait. I mean, I tell you, that Dave Allen video we posted out, it's gone nuts. Like 1,300 retweets. The amount of support Dave Allen's got is unbelievable. So Leroy Thomas flies in tomorrow, leaves tonight. Kell Brook's in a big fight against Rabchenko. It's going to be for the WBC silver title. Gavin McDonald, Gamaliel fight, brilliant fight. Appleyard against Shafiq. Kid Galahad against Berry. Rocky Fielding back on the card as well. Lee Woods. A really big night of boxing. And of course then over to the States for Wilder Ortiz. So a big night on Sky next week, and Dylan White press lunch tomorrow. So yeah, it's been a lively weekend.
All right, well, I'm sure we'll catch up with you in the week. Nothing else? Nothing?
No, all good, mate. All good.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.